Lately, it feels like crypto is everywhere. You walk out of the house, crypto. You turn on the TV, crypto. You casually browse the internet, and it's crypto, crypto, crypto. Over the last year, crypto has completely taken over the advertising scene. Crypto exchange Coinbase paid $7 million to show a QR code on TV during the Super Bowl. Matt Damon uses his cool astronaut vibes to tell us crypto is going to take us to Mars as opposed to going to the moon, and crypto has completely taken over the world of sports, from football all the way to gaming streamers. If you've been around crypto for a while, you know it wasn't always like this. Crypto used to be in the mainstream news now and then when the market moved, but that was the most you'd hear from it if you aren't into crypto. Yes, you'd have the odd sponsorship here and there, like the 2014 Bitcoin bull, but over the past couple of years, crypto's visibility has exploded. Take Formula One for example, where there are no less than 5 crypto exchanges sponsoring different teams. Aston Martin have Crypto.com, Alpine have Binance, McLaren have OKX, Red Bull have Bybit, and Mercedes have FTX. Not to mention that the entire Formula One championship is sponsored by Crypto.com, and it's really the in-your-face type of sponsorship. And those are just crypto exchanges sponsoring Formula One. I haven't even mentioned Ferrari's partnership with Velas or Phantom sponsoring AlphaTauri. Some teams have multiple crypto sponsors like Red Bull and McLaren, which in addition to their crypto exchanges are also sponsored by Tezos. Crypto also made a big splash in the NBA, where Crypto.com bought the naming rights to the legendary Staples Center, home of the Los Angeles Lakers, for $700 million, and renamed it the Crypto.com Arena. FTX got a better deal on the Miami Heat's arena, and reportedly only paid $135 million to rename it to the FTX Arena. Coinbase signed an almost $200 million deal with the NBA, and the crypto industry is now the second biggest spender on NBA sponsorships. Those 3 sponsorships alone have a combined value of well over $1 billion. Football has also been a major recipient of crypto money. Socios, a fan engagement platform, has partnerships with over 100 football clubs across the world, including some of the world's biggest names like FC Barcelona, PSG, and Manchester City. And just in case that's not enough, Socios also has arguably the world's greatest player ever in Messi as a brand ambassador. Almost every club in the English Premier League has a crypto sponsor, and Crypto.com is also sponsoring the Qatar World Cup that a cool 5 billion people are expected to watch. Oh, and if you remember the many different Dogecoin variations from the previous video, you won't be surprised to know that there's one for every occasion. The list of sponsorships literally goes on, but that's not where it ends. Crypto is also trying to reach the intellectuals by sponsoring chess. There have been multiple tournaments sponsored by Coinbase, there's the FTX Crypto Cup, and even a crypto tournament hosted by one of the biggest chess streamers. Speaking of streamers, there's plenty of individual deals as well, though when you start to sponsor streamers, the results can be interesting. Basically, if you had any sort of audience in 2021, you probably got handsomely paid by one or more crypto companies. However, as I mentioned before, it wasn't always like that. So what gave rise to crypto taking over the advertising world? The first factor that brought us here is that crypto companies, and specifically crypto exchanges, are flush with cash. 2021 was a very good year for crypto, with almost all cryptocurrencies hitting an all-time high. That bull market led to higher trading volumes, and since crypto exchanges take a fee from every trade, they made bank. Since Coinbase is a public company, we know that it made a net profit of $3.6 billion in 2021. Again, that's $3.6 billion in net profit. And while Coinbase is a major crypto player, it's just one player. Other companies in the industry have also seen billions in revenue. The total trading volume in 2021 was estimated to be about $14 trillion. Taking a conservative trading fee estimate of 0.15% gives us a total revenue of $21 billion for crypto exchanges, and it's very likely that the real number is much, much higher than that. This latest bull market created wealth at a scale never seen before in crypto, and 2021 was by far the most profitable year in history for crypto companies. With so much money on the line and so much money already made, crypto companies have doubled down on growth. And most crypto companies have adopted a hyper-growth strategy to try and capture market share. The number of people employed by Coinbase tripled in 2021 to over 3,700, and over 1,200 new employees joined the company in the first quarter of 2022 alone. They say you gotta spend money to make money, and aggressive crypto sponsorships have been the way of choice into the mainstream. Coinbase's marketing budget in 2021 literally grew by over 1,000% from $56 billion to $663 million. Most of the sponsorships by crypto companies are awareness campaigns made to introduce themselves to their potential audience, and sports wasn't chosen by mistake. there is a huge overlap between people who watch sports and people who invest in crypto, namely men between the ages of 18 and 55. Access to that group was possible through sports because running a sports team is expensive, and someone has to pay those $50 million a year salaries for superstars. Sponsorships are a great way for teams to get their hands on the cash they desperately need. So sports teams get the money they need, and crypto gets the exposure it wants. At this point, any hardcore Formula 1 fan can name at least 2 or 3 crypto exchanges, whether they even like crypto or not. So in terms of market penetration, these sponsorships have achieved their goals. But unfortunately, unlike diamonds, bull markets aren't forever. Since the crypto crash earlier this year, trading volumes simply haven't been the same. Volumes dropped by about 75% across the board when compared to the glory days of 2021. Most companies positioned themselves for a continuous bull market, which simply hasn't materialized. With crypto prices going down rather than up, new people aren't signing up to exchanges at the same rate, no matter how much crypto advertising they see. Crypto exchanges simply do not have control over arguably the most important driver of growth, big swings in crypto prices. Add that to the fact that this economic climate isn't the most promising one, with raging inflation in many economies and generally gloomy outlooks for the rest of the year. These kinds of economic conditions usually make companies and people take less risk, not more. The war chest needs to be kept full just in case. Efficiency is prioritized and growth cannot come at any cost anymore. Marketing budgets have been slashed across the industry, and many companies laid off employees, including Crypto.com and Coinbase, 2 of the biggest advertising spenders. This impact can already be felt, and many future deals have already been cut. Crypto.com had a $500 million sponsorship with the Champions League but pulled out at the last minute. FTX had a deal lined up with an MLB team, but that one fell through as well. A few companies had their sponsorship cancelled because they didn't pay, like Bitsy. However, that's not to say crypto sponsorships are just going to disappear, because they're not. Crypto.com and FTX have bought stadium naming rights for 20 years. Both of Crypto.com's UFC and F1 sponsorships are for 10 years, and the vast majority of sponsorship deals are done on a multi-year basis. For now though, crypto companies seem to mostly hold on to their spending commitments regardless of current market conditions. That's a luxury you can afford when a good year yields billions in net profit. The crypto industry is highly cyclical, from bull market to bear market and back, and no one knows when the next bull market is coming. But while the timing of the next bull market is unknown, there's very little doubt that it'll bring a whole new crop of crypto sponsorships along with it. If you've gotten this far, you're the best. Take a second to subscribe and take a second to let me know what you thought of this video and how you're doing today. You can also find me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next video.